Yeah. Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Paul. Today I would like to talk about my research, which is how an active prosthetics work. So before I dive into details, I would like to show you a short video which shows the difference between active and passive prosthetics leg. As you can see, the woman with the passive prosthetic leg has difficulty to climb stairs, but with the help from the active prosthetic leg, he can walk more smoothly and faster. So how is this achieved? The key factor is that the active prosthetic leg can provide torque on your joint, which the passive one cannot. So I will briefly introduction control flow in the following slides. The first step is sensing, just like our nerve system tells us what is happening. So we put out some sensors on the prosthetic leg, so we will know what is the user doing. So here are some different types of sensors. The EMG, as known as the electromyograph, which will measure your muscle activities. The load cell measure the force, like how much weight on the socket or on your foot. And the encoders measure the joint positions, like the angle of the knee and the ankle. And the IMU is the inertia measurement unit, which measure the swing speed of your thigh or your shank. So together, these sensors constantly streaming information, so the prosthetics leg can know whether the user is walking, stand up, or even climb stairs. And the next step is state estimate. So why do we need to estimate? As you can imagine, when we were walking, a heel strike, our ankle will become very stiff, and to stabilize ourselves, also absorb the impact from the heel strike. And then moving forward, when we're about going to the pre-swing phase, the foot will push off and allow ourselves to move forward. And then after the toe off, we just swing our leg till the next heel strike. So the torque on the joint at each state is different. So first we need to separate one gait cycle into 4 different states based on the sensor data we got from the previous slide. So once we separate the one gait cycle into four different states, we can calculate the torque for each state. So this is the next step. One of the common methods is called impedance control. And this is the math equations. How is the desired torque we want for each state? And K is the stiffness coefficient, which related to your joint position, theta. And theta equilibrium is just a reference angle for us to calculate the torque. And B is the damping ratio, which related to your joint velocity. Yeah, and theta dot is the joint velocity. And in these equations, only theta and the theta dot are measured by encoders in real time. The other impedance parameters you need to calculate it based on the human data. We will collect bunch of healthy humans legs data and try to optimize those parameters, try to fit the torque same as close as to the human data. So for each step, we will calculate a torque profile for each step, as I showed in the previous slides. Yeah, so this is how we design the whole control flow. And next is just an overview of the whole control flow. So first we got the sensor data from from our prosthetics leg, then we put it based on the information. We use the technique called finite state machine, try to separate one gate cycle into 4 states. Then we calculate the torque and then apply our prosthetics leg, which is the knee and the ankle part. Yeah. So by doing so, the prosthetic leg can help the users work as the amputee can work as the normal able-bodied human, just like the video I showed in the beginning. And that's all about my research. Any questions?